That's it. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is a man. Oh my God. Einhorn is a man.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and sometimes it's harder to find kind of those funny, uplifting stories, and sometimes those stories just fall in my lap. Today I've got one for you that is sure to get you smashing that like button and hopefully clicking that red subscribe button down below. I try to do 5 or 6 videos for you each day of the week and a couple on Saturdays usually. And I hope you appreciate the work, and I appreciate you tuning in. Female writer awarded prestigious $1 million literary prize turns out to be a pseudonym. Okay? Not necessarily that crazy, right? Writers have pseudonyms all the time. Except for it was a pseudonym for 3 men. And the best part about it was they wrote all sorts of stories about being a woman. Award-winning female writer revealed to be 3 dudes writing under a fake name. On October 15th, the crowd was aghast at Carmen Mola, the author of The Beast, a thriller about a journalist, police officer, and young woman tracking down an evil guy, was awarded a book prize at the Planeta Awards. Well, that doesn't really seem that odd, right? I mean, it's just a good book getting an award, right? Well, it turns out the beloved novelist was actually 3 men using the name as a pseudonym. And it was only revealed when the trio took the stage to claim the prize. I know we're used to men being the best women at this point, but I never thought we'd see the day that 3 men ended up winning a 1 woman a prize. I mean, 3 men being a 1 woman, being 1 woman. The memes are abound. So was the award for literary quality or for the author's presumed gender? If it was a woman's fictional award, I can't see it being a problem. Not sure, though. Don't know why people are mad. Are awards given based on gender identity or quality of work? Here, they're not mad about the award. They're just mad that when it was revealed, it was more about the fact that the authors used a female identity for marketing purposes. And of course, it takes 3 men to write as good as 1 woman jokes reined in, and I think that those are fair. I can only imagine the faces in the crowd looking on to the mix of confusion and horror. I bet it was something akin to the immediate reaction when Kanye nabbed the microphone from Taylor Swift. These men, Augustine Martinez, Jorge Diaz, and Antonio Mercero, didn't just write under the pseudonym, they created an entire background for this woman. A female university professor who lived in Madrid with a husband and children. Mola's work as recently included a collection of feminist reading published by the Women's Institute, a national organization for equality in Spain. Cue feminist outrage. A former director of the Women's Institute, Beatrice Ginimo, wasted no time voicing her opinion. Beyond using a female pseudonym, these guys have spent years doing interviews. It's not just the name, it's the fake profile that they've used to take readers in and journalists. Scammers, I tell you, scammers! Definitely doesn't sound butthurt at all. I think she's just upset that she fell for it. I wouldn't exactly call men scammers. It just sounds like they created a great marketing campaign. Regardless of one would think of the author for a great novel wouldn't matter so much as the book itself. You know what's interesting about this? Is you wonder if, it does make you wonder, did the award, did they get the award because they were a woman? Because they were women, presumably? What about if they were to just identify as a woman? I mean, would that have mattered? A woman won a €1 million Spanish literary prize. It turned out that she was actually 3 men. The work of a woman was, yes, as it turned out, equivalent to the labors of 3 men. It was at least Cope, anyway. Cope Moore, Washington Post. That was at least the case for Spain's top writer of crime thrillers, a professor and mother who wrote under the pseudonym Carmen Mola, supposedly to maintain her anonymity. But Friday night at the ceremony to award $1.16 million Planeta Literary Prize to Mola for her historical thriller, The Beast. I don't know if any of you read that. Is any good? 3 men ascended to the podium and claimed the award instead. Mola's gripping, often spicy novels starring strong female protagonists have been likened to the work of Elena Ferrante, a pseudonym for widely known popular Italian writer. Mola is best known for a trilogy starring a peculiar and solitary female police inspector who loves grappa, karaoke, classic cars, and hooking up in SUVs. According to the publisher, Penguin Random House, that trilogy has been translated into 11 languages and is being adapted for television. I mean, I can't even imagine how angry people are about this. Last year, a bunch of Spain's Women's Institute listed Mola's The Girl, a part of the trilogy, as one of the must-read books and films by women that help us understand the reality and the experience of a woman. So 3 men were able to not just to have the background or whatever, as a female, whatever, like that's, setting up a marketing campaign is not impossible. But what's more hilarious is they apparently are fully capable of in depth providing what it's like to live the female experience. Last year, a bunch of Spain's Women's Institute Mola's latest work, The Beast, is a historical thriller centered on the murder of somebody in Madrid back in 1834. Except the writers spanning these tales were really Jorge Diaz, Agustin Martinez, and Antonio Mercero, established Spanish television script writers in their 40s and 50s. Carmen Mola is not, like all the lies we've been telling, a university professor, Diaz said after winning the prize, the Financial Times reported. We are 3 friends who one day 4 years ago decided to combine our talent to tell a story. The trio said they have been chose by name of chance and for fun. They chose it without paying any peculiar thought to the gender of the name or possible implications. I don't know if a female pseudonym would sell more than a male one. I don't know I don't have the faith to this idea, but I doubt it, he told the newspaper. We didn't hide behind a woman. We hid behind a name. Oh, well, certainly people are going to be extraordinarily angry because they used a woman to get this award. Obviously, people wouldn't have enjoyed this book as much if it were written by a man. This is one of the most hilarious debacles yet. Now, I wonder, would they take the money back? I would certainly hope not. Others disagree. Quote, quite apart from using the female pseudonym, these guys have spent years doing interviews, Beatrice said, former head of the Women's Institute. It's not just the name, it's the fake profile. They're scammers. The author page for Mola on their agent's website includes a black and white photo of a slim woman with her back turned to the camera. It hasn't escaped anyone's notice that the idea of a university professor and mother of 3 who taught algebra classes in the morning, then wrote this ultra spicy, macabre novels in the scraps of her free time in the afternoons, made for a great marketing operation. Spain's El Mundo newspaper wrote, in the past, countless women have published under male pseudonyms to protect their privacy and circumvent commercial and social biases against female writers. In a further twist, The Beast was first submitted for consideration for the prize under a different pseudonym. The authors then attributed the work to Mola. The prize is awarded to an unpublished manuscript, which, as part of the terms, must be produced by Planeta's group publishing house. The book is due out next month, reportedly with Mola listed as the author. I think it's for all the identity politicos and gender snowflakes, a speck of evidence that we are all people equally foolish and empathetic. She likes to be identified as they. It finally makes sense. To be fair, if I found out that my wife was actually 3 men, what an amazing way to end today. Well, I don't know, I guess when you're going to see this video, but it's going to be here on Monday. Make sure you click that subscribe button down below to stay up to date. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.